Asif Ansari, therefore the question, if the West Bengal police is so sure that there was no harassment, that the girl and her driver are at fault, I want to ask you, why is the case now being handed over to the CID? If you're so sure, the fact is that Mamata Banerjee's government, and especially Didi, does have a habit of victim shaming. It's happened for the last 10 years across, across various instances, and it's happening here as well.
Shreya, I must tell that any incidents which happened in West Bengal, the political parties which come into forward by agitating and protesting and demonstrating, they does not lead the agency, they does not let the agency to work properly. You see, on Monday, yesterday only, the case has happened, and not today the trial has been set. Now the trial has been set, people are saying, what is going? You are pressuring the police to comment. You are pressuring the police to answer in a magical lamp.
But the police itself has commented, sir.
Yeah, that is commented. That is commented.
But that is exactly the point. That is exactly the point that Satabdi is making.
Actually, that is the point I am trying to make, that whatever is happening across India, none of the agency, none of the media is going. But at the drop of the hat in West Bengal, the all media, all agency come here and trying to criticize the government and as well the agency. Let the police to probe, let things to happen. That what happened in Arjikar. The next day, everything has washed up because of this media, because of lot of people come over there, breaking the barricades. It's a time of patience in any kind of incident.
First the girl was to blame, Mr. Ansari.
It needs a proper.
Then the driver and the co-passenger could have murdered the girl. That was your second theory. Now third theory, you're floating the victim card and saying the media is to blame. Why are they debating a story just because it is happening in West Bengal? What sort of logic is that? A young woman, a 27-year-old dancer, has been chased on a national highway by drunken goons. Her car has overturned. She has died in the process. What else should the media debate?
What
should
the
we
other
debate the
What the other party
day?
wants today? No, what the other party wants today? The police of Calcutta, West Bengal should kill that person to take a shoot on the site. That should what they wanted, or rather you wanted this to happen, or you want a fair probe on that. You need a probe on that.
I don't want anything. All I want is for the police within 24 hours not to dismiss what the family is saying. Just to protect the reputation of the Home Minister of the state, which is the Chief Minister.
It needs times to collect evidence. It needs at a stretch from a Panagar to a region that is a 45-kilometer stretch. It needs time to collect
Then how is it that within 24 hours, the West Bengal police has called a press conference and said there is no harassment and eve-teasing angle? Without due diligence, without the so-called investigation that you talk about?
What they have calculated, what they have perceived through the incident, that might be their... what I said, that might be their answer to that. Let things to happen for a day, 2, 3 days. Let it goes to a proper investigation. Then such question will arise. It will be good to answer. But I think it's too early to answer such question.
It was perceived as a suicide to begin with. I hope you remember that. Mr. Ansari, I don't want to argue here, but I hope you remember that RG car, when it happened, the first perceived theory that came was that it was a suicide.
That happened in a very first hour of the complaint which went out, that it was perceived by the police that is a suicide. But after giving a fair chance of investigation, it's the murder. Now, as
idhar bhi fair chance de dete na.
Law and order, it's a
instead
law and
of jumping the gun, trying to protect the law minister of the state. Don't jump to protect the law minister and the home minister of the state. That's not your job. The job of the police is not to protect politicians. The job of the police is to protect citizens.
Of course it is not there.
Anyway,
I totally agree with you.
But in this case, the West Bengal police is very clear on who they want to protect. Anyway, Mr. Ansari, we leave it there for the moment.
Give a fair chance to the police to probe it.
Can I just have one line before you wrap up?
Exactly. And they should therefore have not jumped the gun. I know a lot of... Okay, very quickly. I don't have too much time. Shatorupa, 10 seconds. Shatabdi, 10 seconds. Go ahead. Shatabdi first.
Well, I would like to make it very clear to Shatorupa ma'am and Ansari sir that it's not a kind of planned kind of outrage against TMC or something like that. And you must also know that all the girls, all the feminists who are taking part in this Arjikor movement have before this have been have played a very vital role in the no vote to BJP movement also, because they as women do not want Manuwadi government here. But what we find now is that someone is theoretically anti-women party and someone is anti-women in practice. So we do not know how to differentiate between them.
No.
This is
But
a different
here's the point,
argument.
Shatabdi. No party in this country can be anti-women because women are the ones fueling victories, both for the BJP and the TMC. But Shatorupa, go ahead. I just have 10 seconds, no more.
I don't want to get into this Manuvadi and anti-women because it will be a waste of time. All I want to say is the pathos in which all of us women are saying that there is politics happening on a woman's dead body is, I think, universal. Whoever is looking at West Bengal right now is getting saddened by the way Nirmala ji has very correctly pointed out that police are jumping the gun. Why is police every time in such a rush to clear the air? No, there's been no, this is a suicide. No, this is probably not a case of eve-teasing. Why? I mean, what is the rush?
Okay.
Who are you covering up? That is our point. And opposition, Asif Ansari should know, opposition hasn't said anything till the police started again with their same parade of taking out elaborate press conferences and justifying the situation. Why should opposition point out? Opposition has been voted to power to point out. I agree.
Okay.
But in this case, if the police don't go around jumping the gun, we won't have anything to say. Police should take natural cognizance, go through the process and nab the person.
Shatorupa ji, time over. I gave you 10 seconds. You have used 15. But I think we've heard from all sides. Thank you very much, Asif Ansari. Shatorupa, thank you very much. Satabdi Das, good to have you on the show. Nirmal ji, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two versions of this story. We at Mirror Now cannot claim that we know what the truth is. We are not the investigators in this case. But my limited point is, should the Calcutta police, should the West Bengal police have waited to make a declaration on whether there was eve-teasing and harassment involved or not without completing their investigations? Is this a bid to save the Chief Minister, who in any case has been hugely embarrassed by the RG car incident? These are just some questions I'm putting to you. You've heard both sides of the story. We'll see where the investigations progress.